Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani and this is the video number 6, and in this video I will be explain topic problem 8.7, 8.8 and balancing of redox reaction, and these both topics related of the chapter number 8 redox reaction. So let us start. Problem 8.7. Why do the following reactions proceeds differently? So Pb3O4 plus 8HCl. So convert into the 3PbCl2 plus Cl2 plus 4H2O. And then second reaction Pb3O4 plus 4HNO3 convert into the 2PbNO3 whole twice plus PbO2 plus 2H2O. So both reactions proceed differently. Why? So we have to already known about Pb3O4 is actually a stoichiometric mixture of 2 mole of PbO and 1 mole of PbO2. So PbO2, 2 mole of PbO. So and 1 mole of PbO2. So here you see Pb3O4 react with HCl, this reaction, right? 3PbCl2 plus Cl2 plus 4H2O. So stoichiometric mixture, so that is means split into two types of reaction. 2 mole of PbO, so 2 PbO react with half, that is means total amount of HCl 8, so 4 react with 4 HCl, so convert into the 2 PbCl2 plus 2H2O. And then second one, 1 mole of PbO2 react with 4 HCl, so convert into the PbCl2 plus Cl2 plus 2H2O. For first reaction is acid base reaction, but second one is redox reaction. So lead is in PbO2, lead is present in plus 4 oxidation state. Here you see oxygen minus 2, so here Pb plus 2, and here PbO2 oxygen minus 2 multiplied 2, so here Pb plus 4 oxidation state. So PbO2 lead is present in plus 4 oxidation state, so it is the stable oxidation state of lead. And whereas the PbO P plus 2, so it is also stable oxidation state. So PbO2 act as an oxidant and therefore can oxidized Cl minus ion of HCl into chlorine. So we may also keep in mind that PbO is basic oxide. So this reaction given. So first reaction represent as acid base reaction and second one is redox reaction. So Pb3O4 is different for HCl, and Pb3O4 is a stoichiometric mixture. So both two types of reaction represent acid base reaction and redox reaction. But whenever second one reaction given Pb3O4 react with HNO3, so to give PbNO3 whole twice plus PbO2 plus 2H2O. So in this reaction HNO3 itself is an oxidizing agent, and itself an oxidizing agent, so it is unlikely that the reaction may occur between PbO2 and HNO3. So here you see HNO3 is self-oxidizing agent. So self-oxidizing agent, so it is represent acid base reactions occurs between PbO and HNO3, like in the similar way HCl. In the from react with HCl also represent PbO acid base reaction, and from HNO3 with HNO3 PbO also represent acid base reaction. But PbO2, it is a passive nature of the PbO2 against HNO3, so different from the one that follows with HCl. So this is the main difference between react with HCl and react with HNO3. Next topic is balance of redox reaction. Balancing of redox reaction. There are two types of method. So one method based on the change in the oxidation number of reducing agent and oxidizing agent, and other method is based on the splitting the redox reaction into two half reaction. First is oxidation and second is other reduction. So that is means there are two types of methods. So first method is known as oxidation number method and second method is known as half reaction method. So oxidation number method change in the oxidation number of reducing agent and oxidizing agent. And in the half reaction method, split into two redox reaction, into two half reaction. One half reaction represent oxidation and second half reaction represent reduction. So first let I discuss oxidation number method. So following steps. Step first, write the correct formula for each reactant and product. First we have to write correct formula for each reactant and product. Then second step, identify atoms which undergo change in the oxidation number by assigning the oxidation number to all elements in the reaction. That is means in the second step we have to write oxidation number. Then third step, calculate the increase and decrease oxidation number per atom. If increase and decrease, so we have to balance. If they are not equal, then multiply by the suitable coefficient and then that these becomes equal. But if you realize two substances are not reduced, two substances, because oxidation number method, one is oxidized and second one reduced. But both are reduced, so nothing is oxidized, so something is wrong. Either formula is written wrong, otherwise oxidation number haven't been assigned. Step 4. If reaction is taking place in water, so add H plus ion or OH minus ion to the expression on the appropriate side, so that the total ionic charge of reactants and products are equal. If reaction carried out in acidic solution, so use H plus ion, and if in basic solution, so we have to use OH minus ion. Then fifth step, make the number of H atoms in the expression on the two sides equal by adding H2O molecules, because whenever acidic medium, so we have to add hydrogen atom, and hydrogen atom unbalanced if, so we have to by adding water molecules right side. And then check also number of the oxygen atom. If both sides are same, so then represent balanced redox reaction. So these are 5 steps of oxidation number method. Again I say in short way. First is step first, write the correct formula of reactant and product. Step second, identify atoms which undergo represent oxidation and reduction, and also assign the oxidation number. Then third step, calculate the increase and decrease on the basis of the oxidation and reduction, because if oxidation, so loss of electron, and if reduction, so gain of electron. And then after also you check both are reduced, both are oxidized, so something is wrong by you. Then step fourth, if reaction is taking place in water, so add H plus ion, OH minus ion to the expression on the appropriate side. Because if reaction carried out in acidic solution, so for balancing of water we have to add H plus ion. If in basic solution we have to use OH minus ion. Then step fifth, make the number of hydrogen atoms in the expression on the two sides equal by adding H2O molecules to the reactant or product. And then also we have to check oxygen atoms, and both sides are same, so it is a balanced or redox reaction. So this oxidation number method I will be explained by problem 8.8. See, write the net ionic equation for the reaction of potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate, that is means K2Cr2O7. Sixth oxidation number given. K2Cr2O7 react with sodium sulfide, and sodium sulfide Na2SO3 in an acid solution. And it is give product chromium third ion and the sulfate ion, chromium Cr plus 3 valency given, and sulfate SO4 minus 2. So solution, first we have to write step first. You got it? You know about? I already explained. Step first, write the skeleton ionic equation. First we have to write structural formula. So skeleton, which potassium dichromate, so which ion? Cr2O7 2 minus. React with sodium sulfide Na2SO3, so which ion in which? SO3 2 minus. Then give chromium third, so Cr3 plus, and then sulfate ion, so SO4 2 minus. Aqueous way, so we have to write aqueous in bracket. Step second, assign the oxidation number for each chromium and sulfur also. So first we have to write equation. So first we have to write Cr2O7 2 minus. So first we have to find oxidation number of chromium, because we already known about oxygen have oxidation number -2. So we have to write chromium. So you see chromium oxidation number we have to find Cr2. So 2x plus oxygen -2 given multiply 7, and upper side charge going to the right side is equal to -2. So 2x is equal to -2 and -14 going to right side plus 14. So calculate, so x is equal to +6. Then SO3 2 minus, so sulfur x plus oxygen -2 multiply 3, upper charge going to the right side -2, so -6 going to right side +6, so +4 we have to find sulfur oxidation number. But in sulfate SO4 2 minus, oxidation number of sulfur x plus oxygen -2 multiply 4 is equal to upper side going to the right side -2, so x is equal to +6. So chromium +6 right, oxygen -2, sulfur +4, oxygen -2, chromium +3, sulfur +6, oxygen -2. Then third step, calculate the increase and decrease oxidation number and make them equal. Here you see chromium +6 and convert into the end product +3. That is means loss of 3 electron. So loss of 3 electrons, so 3 electron multiplied by sulfur both sides. And here you see sulfur +4 and convert into the +6. So gain of 2 electrons. So that is means here you see Cr2O7 2 minus convert into the Cr3 plus. So +6 valency convert into the +3. So loss of 3 electron. Then sulfite ion SO3 2 minus convert into the sulfate ion. So here +4 valency convert into the +6. So that is means gain of 2 electron. So 3 and 2. So here for making the equal, here multiply 2 and here multiply 3. So here we write, here you see reaction step 4. Reaction occurs in the acidic medium. First we balance, so calculate the increase and decrease. So here chromium, here you see sulfate +2, so +2 we have to write chromium side, and then sulfur side multiply 3. Then step 4, reaction occur in the acidic medium. So acidic medium, so we have to add H plus ion, but depend on H plus ion, how many H plus ion we have to attach on the basis of the oxygen. So here you see 7 and 6, so 13, and then for the making of the equal and right side given 12. So making the equal, here left hand side we have to attach 8 H plus, and then step 5th, finally count the hydrogen atom and add appropriate number of water molecules on the right side. So here 8 H plus, and then 6 and 3 ja 9, then 7. So total oxygen number atom and then hydrogen balance, and then on the right to achieve balanced redox change. So here you equation find Cr2O7 2 minus plus 3SO3 2 minus plus 8H plus convert into the 2Cr3 plus and plus 3SO4 2 minus plus 4H2O. So this is the redox balance redox reaction we have to find. So next topic I will be explaining in next video. Thank you so much.